to this program. Perhaps this is the Principal's authority, Bulli Krishna Garu, to welcome a principal district sir by offering a bouquet. Now may I call upon K.S. Vishwanathan, Joint. Now may I request Sri Patamsetti Ravi Subhash, District Collector Anakapalli, to please come on the dais, and he will be welcomed by Arunashri by offering Alosi Kanamaraja District to please. Now I request Sri C.H. Srikant, Commissioner to welcome sir with flowers. Now may I take the pleasure of inviting Gautami Shari. Now I request S. Satish. I request Rani Prasad to the dais, and I
comes to my Lord, Honorable Sri Justice Asauddin Umanullah, Judge, High Court of Andhra Pradesh and Executive Chairman, AP State Legal Society, Amaravati, and my sincere respects to all the dignitaries on the dais, the collectors of 3 districts, Adu Sitramaraja district, Anakapalli district. Citizens Day is observed every year. Forget to wish them. Pranams and thanks to one and all the senior citizens.
అదంతే చెప్పించే రేపు బయటకు వెళ్తుంటాం.
It's honor to be speaking today, sir. I'd already told you, sir. Something that was that I had noticed once I had come to this district. I had worked as sub collector in Narsapur. There, it is a comparatively more aware society, but compared to Visakhapatnam, you could say it is a bit more rural. There, as a sub collector, I used to take a lot of cases in senior citizens, as I was the divisional officer taking care of the tribunal. I used to have around 200 to 250 cases pending in my tenure, and that was not something that could reduce. It was a dynamic, and cases used to come every week, and a lot of cases, even if I hear 10, 20 per day, it would not be enough to complete the whole pendency. Here, however, I see that the whole district has only around 16 cases pending, sir, of which 6 have been disposed. So if only 10 cases are pending here, especially in a district like Visakhapatnam, it is something worrying. That means a lot of people are not aware, sir. So, sir, I think so I would assure you, sir, that in the next week only we would take corrective steps. The first being that we would already there is a call center here. We would link up that call center with a control room in the collectorate, and we would ensure that the AD Disabled Welfare is the overall coordinator, and I would also personally ensure that calls are beyond that. We need to do a little bit more of campaigns to ensure that there is more awareness about this thing. So we would also put up a huge poster at least outside the collectorate with the call center number. At least whoever is coming there will at least know, sir. Beyond that, sir, I think when I was a sub-collector, there used to be 2 panel members who used to assist the sub-collector. So there used to be 1 representative from the senior citizen. There are 2 divisions. One is a newly created division, sir, so it has not yet been set up. The one at Visakhapatnam also has to be stabilized, sir. So that also we would assure by next week we will appoint the panel members, and we will ensure that this also stabilizes, sir. Another one thing, when I was a sub-collector, what had happened, sir, there are cases where people come saying that I had fraudulently or I was misguided and transferred the property to my children. They've taken the property and they have now abandoned me, or such issues come, sir. So as a chairman here, you have the power to give back the property. But at times what happens, sir, the files go missing. Right when we are about to give the order, all the inquiries, the files go missing, or when there is a transition between one officer to the next during the transfer, the files go missing, or the next officer is not informed, sir. So for all these cases, we would also ensure that digitization of all these records and all these cases happen, and no case is taken up without the digitized files, sir. And we will also coordinate with the police department for ensuring the same, sir. Sir, beyond that, there are other grievances that come. Old age pensions were mentioned. All other grievances, especially here, we have a lot of revenue cases, sir. Revenue cases, a lot of old people are here, their family members are not here with them. So those cases, I think we should take a much faster stand so that old people do not come back to us again. So either we have to ensure that it is sorted, or at least guide them as to what is the right procedure to be followed for sorting out, sir. So we have made the collectorate a bit disabled friendly and old age friendly with lifts, with wheelchairs. But beyond that, whatever need is there, we will also look into it. So we assure you that from the administration side, whatever drawbacks, whatever things need to be improved, we will improve. So from my own experience, and then I hope that here also I gain more experience, and whatever mistakes are there, we correct it. Thank you, sir.
Very good afternoon to you all. I deem it as a privilege to be a part of this orientation program, and I could learn. Once I was invited to this program, I started looking into what is this act and what are the provisions of this act, and what are the duties of the functions of the police, the role of police in this act. And rightly, as the Honorable District Judge has mentioned in his introductory speech, why we need to respect and we need to take care of our senior citizens. And I could see a very few targeted group here in the audience. And it's in fact the targeted group, the audience is a mix of young, old and middle aged. Whether we accept it or not accept it, slowly we have to move to that age only, and we definitely need the support of the system as well as our children. And this Act of 2007, which has been amended in 2019, has definitely strengthened the Act and caring for the, it has strengthened the tribunals to really take care of the senior citizens. And I could see, I have witnessed today morning the Honorable Justice urged the commitment towards the strengthening the DLSAs, and through them reaching the targeted groups. And senior citizens are one such targeted group where definitely their needs, because of their mental and physical lack of facility, they definitely need to be taken care. And police department will definitely be in the forefront to take care of these problems. And the Act takes care of the maintenance and welfare of these senior citizens, while there are other problems, safety and security problems are really concerned about the senior citizens. And they cannot run around the police stations also, and we have to reach them. And already as per the Act also, a ASI level officer and above has to be appointed as a nodal officer to take care of these needs. And we will definitely, from the police department, we will come forward, and we have understood this role of the police in taking care of the senior citizens, and we assure you, sir, that we will be senior citizen friendly and we will uphold the law. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
My name is Sumit. I belong to 2014 batch, and incidentally, I also has worked as a sub-collector in Narsapuram in West Godavari district. So sir, Previously also, as Vishwanath has told, that this act requires a lot of awareness, and I will just touch two of the societal issues which I encountered in that period. That most of the cases which come to sub-collector or RTO are brought by the daughters. Around 90% of the cases where the daughter is living in a separate family, where parents are living with sons and they are not being taken care, so daughters take first step and they basically bring to the courts. And so that is a very positive side which I encountered in the society, that yes, daughters are definitely taking care of their parents. Second thing, sir, if we see the structure of this act, the sub-divisional tribunal headed by the sub-collector it's a very powerful tribunal, where the appeal only lies to the district collector within 60 days, where he has tremendous power. He can give money up to 10,000 rupees, even if we see the application of section 23, where any voluntarily surrender of money by gift, it has happened in the past, suo action can be taken by the tribunal. So in this regard, so the role of legal service also becomes very important. So we have encountered that at subdivision levels, many learned people from legal societies that used to come and they used to represent, and we felt also very happy that we are getting legal support. But definitely, sir, awareness is required. Even senior citizens are not aware about this act, they are not aware about the provision of this act. So if we are able to move forward, sir, and we are able to create more and more awareness, definitely we will be getting more cases, sir. Second important point I want to make a point here is that, sir, that when we send senior citizens to the NGOs, we also need to see how the NGOs also work, sir. There are many instances where definitely more and more benefits should come to the senior citizens in terms of pension and the ration and Aadhaar card, as district has also mentioned previously. But how NGOs basically provide services, whether they are able to provide medical care, and whether NGOs are also able to raise these issues and give more awareness and represent to the district authorities, is also one point where we require more reforms, sir. So the two key points from my experience, sir, is one is that more awareness is required, and the role of NGOs, if we are able to make sure, definitely, sir, we will be getting more and more cases, and we will be able to do. We will be able to provide more services to senior citizens. Thank you very much.
సో ఇప్పుడు ప్రాక్టికలీ మనం చూసామంటే ఒక సీనియర్ సిటిజన్స్ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా పోలీస్ స్టేషన్ వస్తారు. పోలీస్ స్టేషన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు మనం చెప్పినట్టు ఇప్పుడు మెయింటెనెన్స్ రిలేటెడ్ ఇష్యూస్ అంటే వాళ్ళకి ఎంఆర్ఓ ఆఫీస్కి పంపించడానికి గైడెన్స్ ఇవ్వడం. సపోజ్ క్రిమినల్ పరంగా ఏదైనా వాళ్ళు అబ్యూస్ ఫేస్ చేశారంటే దానికి మన స్టేషన్స్లో ఎఫ్ఐఆర్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేయడం. అది కాకుండా మనకి రెవెన్యూ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, లీగల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అన్నీ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతున్నాయి కాబట్టి కోఆర్డినేషన్, వన్ స్టాప్ సొల్యూషన్ లాగా ఒక డిస్ట్రిక్ట్కి మనం ఒక సంబడి హ్యాస్ టు బి అ కోఆర్డినేటింగ్ లైసెన్స్ ఆఫీసర్ లాగా పెట్టుకోవడం.
My fellow colleagues have shared practical experiences from Narsapuram and the places they have worked in. Just adding to their point of awareness, so I did my sub-collector in Rampachoram, sir. It's a tribal area, and I did a project officer in I&PR Paderu, so that is also a tribal area. So awareness and access is a challenge, and more so in tribal areas, sir. The fundamental issue how to create awareness is a challenge at district level and at the executive, the mandal level also, because the awareness is also lacking at the staff, the government machinery at the ground level also, sir. So this is a very good opportunity for us also to ensure that our entire government machinery up to the village level is made aware, because now since we have secretariats till the village level, so especially if you see Anakapalli, sir, we have 24 mandals, and most of them are the rural region of the erstwhile Visakhapatnam district, and we have around 465 secretariats, sir. So we will try to create awareness at the secretariat level of all the functionaries, so that any senior citizen who is coming to the secretariat, or if they come across and notice any senior citizen facing certain problems, they can appraise them of such an act, and corrective measures can be taken. Sir, along with this, government also has directed us to conduct weekly grievances, and now with this background, with this kind of orientation, we'll also ensure that during the grievance program, which we'll take it up as a point, every grievance we'll try to reinforce the idea of how to ensure that this act is implemented in a better manner. And we'll also try to conduct bi-monthly reviews, sir. This is a good opportunity for us to learn and also to understand experiences from different districts and different good initiatives that have been presented to us, sir. We'll definitely assure you, sir, that we'll try to implement this act in the true spirit and ensure that the benefits of this act are availed by one and all, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
రిపోర్ట్ ఇవ్వాలి, ట్రూత్ రిపోర్ట్ చేయాలి, చేసిన తర్వాత దానికి నిలబడాలి, మాటకు కట్టుబడాలి, సత్యానికి కట్టుబడాలి. ఇచ్చిన ఎంబడబడి మీరు మాట మారుస్తూ పోతే ఓడిపోయేది.
Department of Disabled Welfare and Senior Citizens.
సార్ కూర్చోండి సార్, మాస్క్ సార్. ఓకే జాగ్రత్త. డోర్ తీసేస్తున్నారు, బ్లాక్ లైట్ ఇప్పుడే అడ్డుగా ఉంది సార్. ఒకసారి సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. మాస్క్ హోల్డ్ ఇట్. బ్యాక్ ప్రెసిడెంట్. సార్ 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 సార్
Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat.